In the speedrunning community, there are tons of games that people deem to be difficult or impossible to speedrun. And time and time again, people have broken those records and chosen to push forward and lower the time. Today, we're going to take a look at one game that was harder than all the rest. That's right. I'm talking about Slenderman Must Die Sanatorium 2021. Yup. But how did this game differ from the rest? What made this game so difficult to speedrun that only a fraction of people could do it? Well, we're gonna have to start at the beginning with the first speedrun of Slenderman Must Die Sanatorium 2021. So the first speedrun of this game was nothing special. It was set by Act_, and he finished with a time of 1 minute and 26 seconds. All he did in this was run around and pick up all 8 pages with a pretty good path. In order to beat Slenderman Silent Streets, I got it wrong the first time, this is a different one. All you have to do is pick up 8 pages while avoiding zombies and Slendermen that spawn on each page. Now these enemies don't need to be killed, they can just be avoided, and you can run around picking up all the pages. As you can see in his run, there's a lot of times where he slowed down or missed a pickup or just got caught up by something in the run, so there was very obviously some room for improvement, and that's what Ricardo Gas 8 intended to do. Improve this run. Now you'll notice in Mr. Gas 8's run that he's jumping throughout it, which you might believe would make it faster, but actually it does nothing and you're probably running slower. So throughout the run he saved some time just getting better pickups on the pages and having better movement. But he still lost time going up ladders to get the higher pages that were in the higher areas. The majority of his time save was just getting better movement and cleaner pickups on the pages. After collecting all 8 pages, he improved by about 10 seconds, ending with a time of 1 minute and 16 seconds. So as you can see, there's not a lot of big skips in this game, so the record would be traded back and forth with a couple of people, just improving their movement, getting quicker pickups, and just getting an overall smoother run. After Ricardo, it was Slender Master with a time of 1 minute and 6 seconds, and then a tiny improvement by Al Chronicle with a time of 1 minute and 5 seconds, only beating him out by a couple milliseconds. After that, it was Vista La Kill with the final time of 55 seconds. And this would be the last time we saw speedruns of this game where it was not broken. Enter FaZe Crunker.
Because he went up the bus too. Ooh. I'm gonna do a cut so I can get it perfect, but maybe it'll work this time out.
FaZe Crunker revolutionized this game. He brought in new skips that nobody's ever seen before, better movement, got slowed down less, didn't get stuck on ladders, and that led for an insane time. But how did these tricks work? And how difficult were they to pull off? So the first page is nothing special. All he does is run over to it and get a clean pickup. After that, he runs around the corner to the left, and that's where the trick is performed. As you can see, the mechanics in this game are very floaty, which allow for big jumps. What he does is jump on top of the fence, which you can jump off of again to make it around the corner and pick up the page. But he does get slowed down a little on the ladder here. After picking up the second page, he immediately turns around and uses the floaty mechanics to jump on top of the bus, which skips the need to use the ladder on the side and saves a bunch of time. After picking up the third page, he runs across the street, picks up the fourth, runs around, picks up the fifth, and you can see here he gets slowed down trying to jump over the fence. After he jumps on the ladder to save a tiny amount of time, he runs behind the coffin, grabs the sixth page, jumps out, runs around the corner, and picks up the seventh. After this, he runs to the back of the bus and picks up the final eighth page, which ends the game and finishes him off with a time of 48.567 seconds. A remarkable time. This one was going to be hard to beat. Kodo beating FaZe Crunker out by just under 200 milliseconds set the new world record. All of his pickups were relatively clean, besides the one on the bus which cost him a couple seconds, and the implementation of a new trick when grabbing the page at the dumpster. He backed up, jumped, cleared the fence, and then turned around, which saved just a tiny amount of time. So the stage had been set. There was now a path to get all the pages, and there was now shortcuts, which saved time. All people had left to do was optimize it. Maybe shave off a few seconds, or a small undiscovered trick could be used to shave a big portion of time. But until that would be found, all the people could do was shave off a couple seconds here and there. Al Milanesa, with better movement and a new route incorporating all the shortcuts, ended his record with a time of 38 seconds. That's 10 whole seconds from the previous record set by FaZe Crunker. To beat this, you would have to have perfect movement just to shave off a fraction of time. And that's where it looked like the record was gonna stay, until he came back and finished the job. Using a similar route, he was able to get cleaner pickups and implement a new trick he had found. The first 3 pages are nothing special, he just kind of runs over, picks them up, but over on the bus, he jumps, does a 360 in midair to pick up the page while he's turning so that he doesn't get slowed down. After grabbing the page on the bus, he runs across the street, jumps to the fence on his left to jump over to his right to pick up the other page, and skips getting stuck on the ladder. After that, he uses the broken edge of the wall to boost himself up higher to jump over to the bus, land directly on the page, jump even higher again, run across the street, and grab the final 2 pages. Now you might think this is where it all left off, a 36-second time by FaZe Crunker, but something I forgot to mention, there are multiple games. Slenderman Must Die Underground Bunker, the second fastest run being at 2 minutes and 1 second. FaZe Crunker's run was 1 minute and 35 seconds. Light years ahead of the competition. Now you may notice in the description he's calling out somebody named Ferrente. He used to hold every single record on every single Slenderman Must Die game, but after FaZe Crunker took all of his runs, he deleted every single one of them. Every single game related to Slenderman Must Dying, FaZe Crunker had the record. Slenderman Must Die Silent Streets, Slenderman Must Die Underground Bunker, Slenderman versus Freddy Fazbear?
4, 5, 6.
Even
7,
Slenderman versus Freddy Fazbear, FaZe Crunker had the record, beating out second place by 10 whole seconds. And it doesn't stop here. A lot of other Flash games use the same exact movement that they do in the Slenderman games. Jeff the Killer the Asylum on normal and hard, FaZe Crunker came out with a time of 50 seconds for each. And the movement on these runs are just fucking mwah! And now for quite possibly the best speedrun ever performed, Slenderman Must Die Sanatorium 2021. So to beat this one, it's pretty much the exact same. All you have to do is run around and pick up 8 pages, but at the end you go back to the start and it'll teleport you into a different room where you have to turn around, run down a long hallway, and kill the final Slenderman, and then exit the area and you win the game. Slenderman Must Die Sanatorium 2021 is a bit harder than Slenderman Must Die Silent Streets and or Slenderman Must Die Silent Bunker because the hallways are a lot more narrow and you can get caught up by zombies and or Slenderman. This shit is so retarded. Now the closest run was Jetpackmonkeytermina with a time of 1 minute and 13 seconds. Although I do hear from sources the only reason he got this time was because his mouse was tweaking out. Now, here's FaZe Crunker's run.
I don't know if there's any subclasses.
They're like actually good.
Like, I don't.
We're good, Keith.
This is big. I got all the pages. Oh, this is massive. This is massive. Maybe? Maybe? No, I got the slowdown. That's it, though. That's it. That's literally it.
This run is near perfect and would be insanely difficult to beat. His time of 52 seconds leaves no room for error. The only big loss of time is right at the end. You'll hear him talking about the slowdown.
Maybe? Maybe? No, I got the slowdown.
What he's referring to is when you kill the final boss Slenderman, dude, I can't. When you kill the final boss Slenderman, it slows the game down a little so that when you leave the door, it slows down the fade out towards the end screen. Will this record ever be beaten? Nobody knows. Probably not. Will Ferrente ever come back? Probably not. But only time will tell. Thank you guys for watching. I've been FaZe Crunker. I'm FaZe Crunker. Whoa, Ricky So at 3 p.m. A perfectly timed so. Ricky, woo, but dongs. A perfectly timed 3 p.m. but dongs. Hey, dude, man, Ricky.